Grand rising, everyone. I am Stardust Diamond. Thank you, Mother Earth, for being alive today. Thank you for a roof, food, and clothes. Thank you, God, Jesus, and those that help me through times. Amen. Always gratitudes and thankfuls. Every single day is gratitudes and thank yous. I am beautiful. I am handsome. I am smart. I am creative. I am confident. I am strong. I can adapt. I can grow my own garden. I can manifest a better Mother Earth. And I can treat others the way I want to be treated. So to be a peaceful Mother Earth. Amen. Thank you, brothers and sisters, so much for joining. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for leaving beautiful messages. Always gratitudes to all the beautiful new souls that keep on joining the channels on especially YouTube. YouTube seems to be up and up and up. Very thankful and grateful, yes. And one of these days I'll go live. I love to do the card readings. I love helping people with card readings. Be thankful like every day with stuff. Oh, I'm out in this beautiful park. Somebody asked me where I am. I decided to just get out of the negative bubble area because it's all just consumed by their negative energies. You know, they're just not changing the people around where I live. They're just going to constantly do the same things over and over and over, like day and night. It's insane. I just don't understand. But, you know, their souls are corrupted, so, yes. And in this matrix, in this program, they are, yes, a beautiful park. I'm getting distracted. Basketball court. Slides, swings, beautiful land. Now, that is a soccer field, but that huge building wasn't there, okay? There was, like, beautiful trees in there. I hugged them. Well, I know I got upset because, you know, I can, like, everything's frequency and vibrations, and I definitely can feel the tree, and I just, very upset. That, you know, this program wants to just destroy all natures. They want to destroy all the trees and stuff, and that makes fruit. The Matrix wants us to depend on their what is it? Their lab making stuff, their foods. Yeah, they're trying to just end everybody else eating any of the foods. Right? And like a lot of the food is like a bit frustrating, you know, like you're wondering, you know, all this food that has stuff in it, like what foods can I actually eat without having any of the stuff that they are putting in it? It's like really frustrating. You know, you're talking about that a lot, you know, it's like really frustrating. Like in this matrix, they have you just consuming these food and stuff that keeps us on lower vibrations, and stuff that addicts people to eat this one thing or that, like their program ads and their program TVs. You know, they keep like having this stuff like so we can see it, because people need to realize that like we are the ones that create this reality. You know, that we have to see stuff, and that's what the TV program is doing. They're programming. They're putting up whatever they want, even in their program news channels. You know, they're not, definitely none of them telling the truth, right? This program is still a lot of people. I'm going to keep praying that one day people will realize we are one people, okay? We are one race. We are one religion. We are one, or like one love. Like we're just one and one and one and one. We need to unite. Absolutely forget about this white, black, this culture, this country, that country. Erase it all. We are one. We are all the same. We are absolutely, it's fantastic to see this storybook that keeps unfolding to pages. And that's how I see the world. And like, I want to thank Mentor, Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart, and the cat down the road. Thank you. Always gratitudes, Like, if he didn't wake me up to this truth, I wouldn't have been woken up. I would still be asleep. We like I say, when I wake up, I said, I am an old soul. I've been through this before. Everything is going to be okay. All right? Like, I just blurted out, said that as soon as I awakened. And the partner's like, no, we have not been through this before. And I'm like, well, my self is telling me I am. And he's like looking at me like I'm crazy. I get a lot of that. I keep saying what certain things, like the internet, right? The internet keeps, you got to trust your intuition, all right? You got to keep doing the research. That's what I keep doing. I'm trying to find the research to cleanse myself and my body of any of these parasites. I just want them gone. They give me the heebie-jeebies. I want them out. They can go away. Like everybody's looking at certain things, and I'm looking at natural remedies, and then I'm looking at natural stuff and a way to heal like sciatic nerve damage. I have that in like both of my legs. It's like a shoot down of a constant like pain, right? And then through the spinal cord, like a lot with the spinal cord, my spinal cord and the bottom. There's a lot of stuff that I deal with every day. And I just wonder if I cleanse myself and like detox from all this stuff that they're doing to us, especially these heavy metals. Like, I don't want no heavy metals, okay? All this stuff that they keep consuming over at us, and keep doing to us. More of these people should be waking up and realizing what there has been, but it's just what it is the inorganic ones have close information about certain areas. So certain areas have no clue what's really going on to what certain areas, That's what they do to us. They close out whatever area to what, so they can keep doing this stuff. This stuff keeps on happening in each different place, like a book. Because, stuff happening. I watched stuff happening in Australia, and I watched stuff did happen in Canada. It happened in Canada, then Australia that I've seen, and then some stuff in the States that I've seen, and definitely now in the UK. I'm not really good with city names and country names and all that stuff. Like, my mind's erase. So, everything erases. Like, sometimes I just forget stuff. If I don't keep repeat, it won't stick to me, right? These people, these inorganic ones, they're always, these negatives are always watching us. They have a staring problem. They're always snoopy. They're always saying stuff and that. And so I keep doing a protective bubble and stuff. I don't want none of that negative thought form. They can take it back. It's just I get too much anxiety. A lot of depression and sadness and crying and frustration I get all the time. All this negative stuff. Never ending battle. And they keep bombarding me on the internet. Yeah, I was watching this one, I'm trying to learn the law in this stuff, because the inorganic ones, the tyrants, the PPs, tyrants, because they follow the inorganic ones' rules that don't make sense, Like, why can't you defend yourself? And in Canada, like, if you defend yourself, you're automatically get arrested if you try to defend yourself. That's baloney. You know, but they just don't want to do the work. Wow. You should see the tyrants in this town. It's all happening everywhere. As I say, in the UK, they're starting to do the same thing like they did in Australia, and now they're doing it in Canada, as they focus on the people who are spreading the good and the information that's the truth and stuff. And then they're trying to go to their doors, arrest them, and give them troubles, instead of focusing on the other stuff of the people who harm kids. Should be in life in prison or worse. Should not be let out. People who harm kids should not be let out. They should not be living near schools and kids and stuff. And they shouldn't even be let back out. You know, they're just going to keep doing what they do. And the negative people who are in charge, as some people call them, the cabal, the energetic ones, my one mentor says, and, you know, they're just going to keep, because they do stuff. You know, these bad people do stuff to the children. These bad people have underground here and doing stuff to the children and everything that's horrendous. And all these people are it's a little frustrating with me. I'm a little frustrated, yes I am. Because they're focusing on all this other stuff, the split stuff. And the main focus should be on the children and the people who are getting harmed. See, I was talking to this one gentleman. He was wondering why there was so much as have us divided. Because I don't see any culture, skin colors, or nothing. I just see oneness. I don't see any split, because I just see it. It's just different ways of speaking and stuff. It's just same body language, same program, same thing. I like to observe, yes. I've watched a lot of people grow from this to more out and being big, yes. I enjoy watching people grow on their journey while I deal with myself. Now I forget what I was talking about. It's not good. This is the problem. I don't remember. I don't remember. See, this is a habit. I can't just turn off and stuff. It's frustrating. No, it's okay, because I'll just do this video in less than like 20 minutes, and then I'll start up again and I'll rewatch to see what I was talking about, and we'll pick it up that way. Now I remember. Never mind, we're good. Oh, that guy, yes. He was talking about all these people living working. The government has paid these people a bunch of stuff, this culture. Okay, they brought this over. This culture is not good. This culture does not respect women at all. And this culture gets married early with a grown-up and a young child, which is absolutely, positively wrong. Oh, that makes my blood boil. And they can be physical and not nice to the ladies, and they're doing things to people and harming people, like I've said, and using the washroom on the beach and the buses and making a mess. They're getting paid all this. Why do you think they got all these nice cars? And they keep just loading up in these houses that I keep seeing all the time, more and more and more. They want to take over and then make people go with their religion. No, that's just not acceptable. Absolutely not. There's a lot of places who are saying no, they need to go. No, they need to go. Like Canada has been doing it. Yes. The States have been doing it. Yes. The UK has been doing it. Yes. A lot of places have been doing it. Finally. And then you got these tyrants, as the lovely people in the UK call whoever their person is a wanker. A wanker. Our person isn't a wanker too. I love it. I do. I enjoy it. Oh, no. We got things in the head right now. Distraction. Oh, that's what the guy was talking about. Yes. I told him why these people and stuff and that about the government and that to him. And I explained to him about that. He was he was aware of it, kind of, not really, but like he was listening to the information. So it was great talking to somebody, instead of getting all these people who are really asleep to things. It's just, you're talking a certain thing and that to these people, and they're like, what? Funny. Yeah, I don't talk to anybody. You guys are the only one that I talk to right now. I am like a hermit. I do keep to myself. I really don't like being around a lot of people. It gives me anxiety. And then at the house gives me anxiety too right now because, the lady constantly coming out, shaking her keys, doing stuff. Whatever her necessary of being noisy, like day and night, is like ridiculous. She acts like a toddler. And then you get the other neighbors who act like a toddler too. You want to be loud all the time. Just be really loud. And the guy in the front who probably has dementia is going absolutely crazy and always having that camera pointing right down the driveway. Well, he's moving it remotely from his phone, and he's bothering my son and my mom and us and that. And this, the negatives, they're absolutely appalled in here. They want only the people who you got what. Absolutely not having that. But the people who got it, they want absolutely everybody hired having that. So that just tells you. It also tells you that I've had enough with these pride flags. Absolutely appalling. Okay? Ridiculous. Alright? Stop pushing it on our children. Leave our children absolutely alone. There is no need for this nonsense of celebrating this month about that. That's absolutely wrong. Right? Stop pushing on the kids. It's absolutely getting appalling. It makes me very upset. These negatives do this stuff on purpose. If you're going to be gay, lesbian, bi, whatever you want, that is your choice. I don't care. Do it on your own terms. But what problem, absolutely, like I say again, only reason I have a problem with it is because they are introducing all kinds of this funny stuff to these children who are 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, 10. All these young children. Like when they get out of like high school and stuff, they can do what they want. None of this stuff should be in the high schools or the public schools, okay? It is really wrong to be pushing and having this on children. Everybody has their own beliefs and their own choices of how they say words and stuff. But I've had friends that have been lesbians and gays and bis. I have never had a problem with it until they started pushing this stuff on the very young children and have all these indecent books. Absolutely indecent. Even teaching my child at 5 years old and pictures that were not acceptable for kids to be looking at. and talking and teaching that is why I have such a problem with it. And then having people, okay, I know everybody has their beliefs and stuff, but I'm so saying this is how I feel, that there's only a male and a female. You'll always be a male. You'll always be a female. Don't matter how many surgeries and stuff that you have, your skeleton and your chromosomes will never change. And not for it to be dressing like a lady in a school and reading them stories and having inappropriate stuff is not acceptable. And even having that flag in it. That is the only reason why I have a big problem with it. Because if they stop trying to groom and change kids and stuff and not let the parents know and stuff, and they're going to keep doing stuff like this until people keep standing up and voicing and not letting and not giving up. A lot of places, especially, where is it? Florida and Tennessee, they're having, I don't know, but basically like family month instead. They're not accepting the Pride Month. They just need to leave the children alone, and I'm absolutely happy. Just stop pushing this agenda on the children. Absolutely need to stop. And stop. Oh, they dressing indecent, not proper in public. And I saw a video, and this one guy this little kid's covering his eyes, and this other guy's like, it's okay to look. No, it's not okay to look, buddy. You know what? Go to a nude area. Don't be doing this kind of stuff in front of the children. You know, this is what the negative and organic ones want. Like, stop. Just stop. You know, people need to be stopped. It's just, I'm so upset with these flags and this pushing on the agenda. If my child decides to get married in the future and stuff and have children, I am going to make this, like, stop. It's got to stop. You know, you can't be doing that. You know, I absolutely would never want, like, I would love my son to stay home, okay? But, you know, it's just, he's in the school program. So that's just the way I love him so dearly. And we're all on a learning lesson. And a lot of people are dealing with anger problems and being angry and dealing with things, right? And it takes one step at a time with this stuff. But we've seen change. And eventually it will change. We'd rather have family month. You know, let's just, like, welcome kindness to people. These negatives want us to keep us down. They always want to keep us down, and down. They always want to keep us down below. But, you know, I'm just not giving up. They can push me. They can do whatever they want. They are bombarding me like everybody else. How? When I do my cans and stuff, this one gentleman absolutely has another guy on the bike, and they tag team me all the time, especially the guy in the scooter, and they keep trying to pluck all of the places that the route that I go to get my stuff. They give me a very hard time, and it's very stressful. And in this Matrix, it's all about, like, being, like, on edge and survival mode, right? Like how am I supposed to pay for this, and how am I supposed to pay for that, and then look after that, and find natural remedies to look like it's just one problem after another, and then they keep sending me videos and telling me that I'm getting more psychic and all this other stuff, and especially this guy that keeps popping up with the 00101110 00101110, and he keeps repeating that. I already know when there's some of this stuff. I just get really moody because I've been getting a migraine for the past 3 days. And for the ladies, being on the cycle for much longer than it's supposed to be going right now, and it was doing the opposite of how it did go, and something is changing within us, because every time I have migraines, something ups. I'm always aware of what I just watch people. I am very enjoying being in this park right now. I would love to be in the backyard. When I get there, I'll show how well the garden is growing. I may have made a mistake of planting 2 of those beef tomato plants in one pot. Hopefully it goes okay. I need a more sturdier greenhouse. It's kind of leaning. All of it's growing very well, especially my kale. Oh, I can't wait to have some kale. I bought some, like, I absolutely appalled with all this meat stuff that always goes in my face. Sorry, it's just a little bit truthful. It's like they're always shoving it in my face. Like, absolutely. Oh, yes, it was Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all. I hope everybody had a wonderful one. The son got the partner 2 kind of like a muscle shirt, t-shirt, shorts, a mug, cologne, and a card. Unfortunately, those 2 both eat meat. So they had a steak dinner, which I was never happy about it. I absolutely wish I could just not be around meat at all. I just appalled of it. I could feel the energy quick, and I don't want to feel that pain. It's appalling, and it makes me upset. and then especially people who eat meat, they're doing fake meats, lab meats, and meat that's not from animals. Especially McDonald's does that, and all the other franchise. People is this really from animals? People are gotta do research. Always do your research. Now, if somebody, of course, I'll listen and talk. Like, I talk that guy's ears off. If you want to listen to me, yeah, I'll talk. If you want me to talk about more stuff, like the Octarians and the Pleiadians and all the beautiful other souls and the ETs and the animals and the cats and dogs being ETs, and how we got, like, reptilians and all this other stuff, these negatives that have taken all these places. Yeah, I the first one I realized, this gentleman, when we went to this huge event thing, it was all people that were, like, such good souls. I loved being around them. That was fantastic. I love being around more events like that. Like they told me, the negative people, they're little, like, like, always question about this stuff. They keep hiding stuff, but everything's being absolutely revealed. Absolutely, is justice is coming. They just make us think that it's still they're in charge. Make us, but no. These people will see the truth, and if they want to listen or not. Oh, why is my phone battery low? It's like 15%. It wasn't like that when I left. It was a good 40. So, right? about that one guy I was watching. Hey, back to that. He's watching the law and stuff, and then he started talking about something about 1704. Something I forget what it is right now. It is when they formed the as we call them, the police officers, and then basically we're they're like slaves. See, the organic ones use their rules, and then they use these puppets, and then that's why a lot of this stuff doesn't make sense. I'm very grateful and thankful to the police that deal with all this other negative stuff and that. But the police that, go knocking on people's doors just because they're standing up for their rights, that's the ones I have problem with. The ones that are people are standing up in this world and wants change and stuff, and how they're hurting those people who are standing up who want change and peaceful. Those are the ones that I'm upset with. The ones who are helping and stuff and being grateful and standing up for the people and what those are supposed to do, those ones that I am thankful for. But this other negative stuff, absolutely not. People just need to be more aware of what things and have more compassion. compassion. They don't want us to have compassion. There's one elder lady. She had tubes coming out of her nose and everything. She's on an air thing or something. And this stinky old skunk, little skunk actually, decided it's gonna get into their garbage and make a mess. So she asked me to clean it up for her, and she's giving me $5. And I told her, you don't need to give me no money. I'll do this for free. And I'm not gonna argue with her. She just forced it on me. Especially when she's that ill. And I felt really bad for her. So yeah, I clean the garbage, no problem. Yeah, I take the garbage out. Garbage is not a problem. It's just very stinky. And I really don't drink. And it really does stink. But there is a really lot of kind people out there that I haven't talked to and stuff, but the negativity is just overwhelming. I just want to make some money, and because of my erased memory, it's hard for me to go into the working field of the program 9 to 5. I did work at Tim Hortons and Dollarama and a Spotless Dry Cleaning. I have worked, and I was a waitress for breakfast. I just forgot about everything, about all the teaching and everything, and I just got frustrated. And I can't be doing this stuff. So that's what's the frustration. And then the negatives are like, oh, because you've got all this illness and stuff. And then the other partner is making more money. You're not going to get a cent. And then I can't go in the working field, and I got a child. So what else am I supposed to do? And then I get bullied and picked on by these negative people all the time. And they just come bombard me all the time. I was very upset. I was short like 70 wine bottles. I was very upset. He's ridiculous. Absolutely Paul. He has a scooter, and his bike. He's not stoppable. As soon as he sees me, he raps and goes around and prance and gets stuff in front of me and all this other fun stuff that he keeps on, just doing. He just keeps like all 3 of the days. I'm like, just leave me alone. I'm trying to do stuff. I get really frustration because I have my cat at home and stuff and that, and I gotta afford to get this and that and this, and the son upset, and then you get the partner saying, you brought this in there, I don't want nothing to do with it, and I told you I didn't want to do nothing to it, and I don't care. And then I'm just trying to explain that, when I get more money, and stuff. We'll get him out and looked at and stuff. He's not in no pain or nothing. He is fine. The son's just overreacting. It is just, I don't know, okay? Just absolutely frustrated. Like, I want to have peace, and I want to focus on the positive and growing on the food, and you're growing my own food, and I want to live off grid, and I want to get away from all this negative stuff and that, and try to be kinder and that. You know, it's like paying it forward. You just keep giving people, being nice and kind to people, and then maybe some of those people might be kind and help somebody else. Like, I want to focus on that, not all this negative drama stuff every time, all day and night. It just gets overwhelmed, and then you see what's going around in this world and stuff, and then you just pray for everything. Just keep praying. Just like this guy who preaches, okay? He preaches. There's some people that don't believe it or not, but he preaches God and Jesus Christ and stuff, and then he talks about the Bible quotes and stuff, and I like listening to that, and I like listening to him. I listen to two different preachers, but when they go out to the world and starts preaching that, you got these people who are negative, start screaming in their faces and stuff, and calling on the cops on them, and giving problems just for preaching the Bible and stuff. My God and Jesus Christ, it's absolutely appalling. You know, it's let them preach. You know, if people don't want to listen to it, they can go away. People who want to listen, everybody has choices. You know, he's saying, you know, God hears all, God sees all. They hear all, they see all, they send, they help. But everybody has different beliefs and stuff. It doesn't need to be a negative drama stuff. I'm going to head home. I've been yipping to you guys for like almost 40 minutes. And then a lot of the like people, the males and females, are dealing with like appearance because they have all this magazine and people being like muscles and skinny and perfect bodies and stuff. Nobody has a perfect body, alright? The right people will love the way you are. You don't need to change for what others and make yourself feel bad. Everybody's beautiful or handsome in their own way. That's what they should be expressing and talking about, instead of people doing like not eating and all this other stuff that they should not be doing. Yeah. That's just why people like get all depressed and stuff all the time. So program. Light a partner. I don't want to wear sunblock. Absolutely not. I will not put sunblock on. The only reason why I am in my belief, I think, is because I have heavy metals still on me. That's why I get sunburned. I think this guy was named Dr. Gary. I don't make it 100% that I'm saying the right one, but I'll find his name and then I'll write it type it under the video after when I find it. But you got to do your research. You know, that's where I got the information from him, so that's my belief. Everybody's beliefs are different. Whatever you can say, it's your choice. You know, we don't need to be mad and angry at each other or argue. You know, we are what we say, or we are on our programs. Like, of course, I get upset at my mentor sometimes. I do disagree with some what they say and stuff. Absolutely, I do. I still listen to them. Because they're still very. Oh, look at this! You know, I think that's a baby. Yeah, they're very wise. They help a lot and they're knowledgeable. It is so cute. I think it's a baby. Are you a baby? Oh, somebody's honking their horn. It's a baby. I think it is a baby. Hello. It's a baby robin. Hello, pretty. Aww. It is too. It's a baby. Got my umbrella here to block that guy's camera. It's not up right now. It's like as soon as I go up my little driveway, it's like right there pointing at me. Oh, you know, I have. They don't care here. They're run by the negativity right now. The inorganic ones are running this town here. Oh yeah, I didn't supposed to be the 51 Canada's supposed to become 51 like states or a country or whatever. Trump. There's multiple Trumps. There's a negative Trump, an AI Trump. Oh, clone AI robot. Actor for good. And then there's the real. I think there's 4. Maybe it's 3, I forget. But there's multiple. So people have to focus on the one who is the real one. And you gotta see they are real by the makeup lines and all this other stuff. Put a picture right beside it. You know, always trust your intuition. Always trust your intuition. Oh, look at this. See? Yeah, they're going towards my driveway. We're going to do the plants. Oh, it's that black and white cat. You see it. Where'd it go? Oh, he went. The black and white cat was on the driveway. That kitten-like cat. Absolutely, they're all negative around here. There would be some positive people. Well, there is. But they live more further down the road. Oh, my phone. It's starting to die, you guys. I'm going to stop this video. Okay, and I'm going to put my phone on the charger. And then I'll record the garden and stuff. Oh, my goodness. Alright. I'll continue on doing the video after, okay? Love you all. Sprinkle some stardust. Bye for now.